bad right now with the messages doesn't mean that he won't be. You know what I mean? Like we're talking about a man that held a woman hostage for 8 hours, put smokes out on her, and strangled her. Okay, this is a man that nobody would be safe around at all.
Why isn't he put up then if that happened?
He did do time. Nick's done time
for that.
Yes, he's had 34 charges, right?
Okay.
And these are all at different times, right?
That is absolutely fucking disgusting. If he was really adjudicated guilty for that and found guilty for that, that's absolutely fucking disgusting.
He did, and I have all of his records, all of his charges. It's everywhere. And then there's multiple DV charges. Like after that incident,
I've been charged for many things, but never convicted. So when we speak of charges, we have to speak of convictions. So, like, are you telling me these are convictions that he has had? He's been found.
Yes. He did time
for strangling a girl and kidnapping her.
For holding her hostage for 8 hours. During that 8 hours, he strangled her and he put smokes out on her.
All right, and you're telling me that nobody can change from that? Because, like, I don't know. Did I don't know the information.
Well, here's the thing: there was DV charges after that incident as well. So that he didn't change after his time.
Okay, so you're telling me.
Then he's also harmed other women. He's also harmed Mariah. He put a fire extinguisher out on her. He slammed her hand in a door. He's held her in a bathroom. He's not let her left. He tried to rip off a toilet seat and tried to get her with it. It's bad.
Where's the actual tangible proof? Like, I don't have any proof of this.
Here's the thing, though. So if he's been charged with what I just told you, like the real bad stuff, is that not proof enough that this guy's a bad dude?
I'm going to tell you like this, Evil Teapot. I've been charged with so many thefts, and you guys joke about it on your fucking page, and you make me look like a complete idiot so much, right? And I'm sitting here going, how can y'all make fun of someone that committed theft to get a Halloween outfit because he couldn't afford it?
But you know that ain't me, right? That's box people.
I understand, but hear me out. But what I'm saying is, if I can change from my old ways now, what makes you think that he's not trying to adult from that now? Because he's not pulling up on that girl and beating on that girl.
But guess what? Because it's still going on. Just because it didn't happen this week, in the past few weeks, it's still
I don't see any tangible proof of that. And that's why I want her to come up here and speak on that. If that's her case, she could easily bring it up. But instead, I'm just trying to have a platform where I battles. Like, this isn't my tea. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't cut this tea. But if you want to talk about this and bring awareness to it, I'm not going to be opposed to it. You know what I'm saying? I just want proof. If you're going to post proof, post proof. Let's bring that black and white. Let me see them pictures of her. Like, I want to see substantial proof that proves this man is that person still to this day. Even the way he's talking, I'm going to come beat your ace. He's basically saying, like, I'm going to come get my shit. You know, like, he's upset. I feel like
my proof is I believe the victims of DV. That's my proof. I believe
every girl that claims DV though, man, because that just said anytime anybody can twist and be molested, from the guy to the female, and when is enough enough? She's still feeding into it to this day. So it's like they both. How can you literally not understand that she's still feeding into it? You understand what I'm saying?
Do you know what a trauma bond is?
Understanding what a trauma bond is doesn't give the excuse for the trauma bonds. Like, I understand that, but like, if you're a victim and you're screaming all these things and having people wanting to help you, then you need to stay away from the thing that has been victimizing you. But just because, like, oh, I have a trauma bond, like, that just makes it all okay, and like, it's toxic. It's not good.
100%. But when you are trauma bonded to somebody, and trust me, I'm not speaking out my ass because I just looked up the word trauma bond. I know this from personal experience. You can literally go back to the person that almost fucking unalived you 100 times, many times over. And I can't explain it. Your brain, when you're in an abusive relationship, your brain actually changes. Your brain chemistry actually starts to change when you've been in that type of relationship. It's fucked that people will be like, why don't you just stay away? Why does she keep going back? He's hurt her so much.
Truth. You're literally saying it. She keeps going back and saying, I'm a victim. Like, you.
Right. Right.
I can't go for that because she's not in fear.
Correct.
Like what he's
Not
done in the
for
past, I'll double down on what I said. In the past,
going back
if
to
he's done what you said, if he's done what you said, I actually believe that is absolutely fucking disgusting if he did that. But to what extent? What was he forced to do? Because I've been locked up for things that weren't all the way to what they were, and I had to plea out because that's all I had, and I didn't have no attorney. I was sitting there with a public defender. Like I don't know to what extreme. I've never been there to see anything.
And Nick plead out. Like Nick did. He did agree. He did plead guilty. He did. It wasn't like he said, "Oh, I didn't do it." Went through trial and got no. He.
I just said plea. I just said plea.
I want to go back to that trauma bond thing where you said your brain chemically changes. Like that sounds like low key like a mental disorder, right?
I mean, I don't really know if it would be considered a mental disorder, but
I mean, that's what it is. A mental disorder is when the chemicals in your brain are, aren't reacting. That's why you take medicine and do certain things to balance those chemical reactions and whatnot. So, like, what you're telling me, what I'm hearing is that it's literally a mental disorder. Like, and I'm not saying that it's a good thing or a bad thing. If you can't control it, if it's something that you can't, it's not your fault, realistically. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of what I'm hearing you saying. Then, like, I feel like that should definitely be looked into more. There should be brought to a lot more, like, awareness to that because that's freaking horrible.
it is. There is. I think it's more like I think someone just said. It's more like a brain.
Trauma bond isn't like recognized as a mental disorder.
Mm-hmm.
It can grow into like an emotional attachment that could be very hazardous.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no actual. The only thing you can do is take PTSD medicine, for example. Like it becomes so bad that you get PTSD, like from the trauma bonding, and that therefore would be your mental. But it's like
you know me, I was in a relationship for a long time, and like a lot of people told me that it was not good for either one of us or any of the situations. And like, but I had like children, and like I was bonded to my family, and the thought of what being a good dad is, like, you know what I mean? Like whether like I've been way more like a better person, enlightened, knowing who I am for real. But like I know when you're in that situation, it's really hard to see outside of it. And it's really hard to see that you're doing the wrong thing. You know what I mean? Like you have a million people telling you like you're doing the wrong thing. But like it's very hard to see in that situation. But once you get out of it, you know what I mean? You're definitely supposed to be working on yourself and doing different things. You know what I mean? But I get it. I totally understand it. But
yeah,
it's like you gotta let that shit go.
And I would trust me. I wish it was that fucking easy just to be like, you got to let that shit go. Trust me. I wish that we could just say, Mariah, there's no more going back. Enough's enough. And that today would be the day, right? But we can't guarantee that. And a trauma bond is more of like a psychological response to how it just doesn't end. And it takes a lot. There's a therapy needs to be had here, obviously. On both ends, a lot of.
We're not saying he didn't do what he did. We already know that he did what he did. He was in court for it, but we're talking
to a certain extent. We don't know. I know that he pled guilty for something.
Right.
But I want to understand what. Like, look, I want to talk to him respectfully. I'm gonna kick you guys, and I want to see if he'll talk to me. You know what I mean?
Apparently, he's live.
All right. So I didn't know that. So you gotta understand. I don't want to continue to somebody when they're not here, right? It was cool when they were all together, but it's like continue it. It's not cool. It's not cool. You have to protect your energy, bro. You have to grow from it. And continuing to beat someone down, I get it. People have made mistakes in their past. I have made mistakes in my past. I'm not justifying anyone's behavior nor my own, but we got to be able to try to help each other rise from the past. And she is still dragging it along. And I feel like that ain't healthy for anyone. Continuing to push the narrative and have all these people.
Right today. I gave you the evidence that I was right and that she is lying, and it couldn't just be that. You had to go and you had to let strangers come and bring up all of this stuff that doesn't have any facts behind
everyone
it.
will bring up. That's what I said too, and I don't know why you're angry at me, but I brought up a
Because
lot
you
of
called me
people.
disgusting.
Yeah, if that's what happened, that is
It's
absolutely
not what happened, and you're not giving me a chance to speak. And
if
thousands of
if
people
you
were
heard what
watching
I
you
said,
say that.
if you would have heard what I said, my nigga, you would
I
have heard
watched
that I said
everything.
that's absolutely disgusting, Nick. If you did do that, that is disgusting. That's what I
I
said.
agree with
And I
that.
doubled
If
down
that
on
is
times
true,
two,
it is
times three, times
disgusting.
four. So if you listen to every word, you'll hear. I said if you did that. All right. So if you feel guilty about it, go ahead and double down on
No,
that.
I
But
don't.
you ain't gonna cross me like that. I treat everybody with respect. All right. So don't treat me with no false respect. Don't treat me with no fake energy. And I ain't gonna dox your number or be fake. You can block me all you want.
I don't want
I'll
to block you,
I
Chet.
don't give a
I'm
damn.
hurt
I'll wipe
right
my
now. My
ass.
feelings are hurt.
But I wasted 2 hours dealing with this shit trying to help you. Trying to help this.
But why
woman
did
that kept
Teapot
saying
get
that
in a
you-
box?
Dude, I let y'all talk. Y'all both went at each other and y'all did what you did. She literally doxed you for no reason. She seems like an angry, scornful woman, and now you seem like an angry man. So at the same time, you ain't gonna come at me because I try to give y'all a voice.
You. I felt hurt, man, but you're right.
Okay, but don't come at
You're
me
right,
because
and
I
I'm
try to help
wrong.
both of y'all. I don't do that, bro.
You're right and I'm wrong because you said your words verbatim.
I think it's
You're right. Hold on.
disgusting if you
You
was
said
to-
that the behavior is
Right.
disgusting, and I agree.
That's
The
not what I
behavior is
said.
disgusting.
I said if you did do that, that is absolutely disgusting. That's
Correct.
what I said. And then I
Correct.
doubled down and I said it again. If you did do that.
And I
you
didn't
know
do
what?
it.
And
But
you
I
know
didn't
what?
do it.
And you know what? I spoke on it and I said, I want to know the facts. I want to know what actually happened because I wasn't there. So if you would have watched the whole live, you would have seen I don't play sides. I play what's right. What I know. What I don't know, I don't speak on. I just know that if that happened, if that behavior happened, if I ever seen that, you getting blicked in front of me.
Straight up.
So
Straight
that's
the fuck
it.
up.
If you feel offended by that, then you did it. But if
Nope.
you didn't do it, then you shouldn't feel offended by it. And don't come at me about it because I sat here for 2 hours dealing with this shit.
Okay.
I didn't make this gang.
Okay.
What I get? 2 followers on my backup?
And I had to deal with the same exact
It's
situation.
my backup, Nick.
When I landed in prison, I had to deal with the same exact situation. I had to stand on my toes, bro. Like, does that make sense? I had to explain this too, bro. So I'm here to say I'm not hiding. I had to plead guilty because I did not have a lawyer and I was facing 20 years. So they said, take this 5. Take this 5. You ain't never going to get better than this 5 without a paid lawyer, and you ain't got no bread. You go to trial, you're getting 20 violent. You're getting a violent 20. Take the 5, you do a year, you come home. I was a drug addict at the time, and I did not know the law. I was in Louisiana. I didn't know the law. She didn't even come to court. You cannot, in the situation, I don't even want to say the word, there is no photo, there's no nothing. There's no her coming to court, there's no witnesses, there's no nothing. All it was charged.
You let these people scare you?
I didn't know the law because I'm not a street person like that. I had only got in trouble for rug charges in the past. They gave me rehab. So I didn't know. I didn't never been in big boy trouble before, man. So I was younger. I was 24 years old. I'm 32 now. Okay? I've had to explain this situation multiple times on TikTok. When I first came out on TikTok, this situation was brought to light. I never tried to hide it. I explained it, and the person has even been in boxes and everything else. So this is old news, and I had to plead guilty to something I did not do to get a lesser sentence than going to trial and potentially getting a large sentence because I did not know the
only
law.
reason why I kind of believe what you're saying is because whenever they do drop charges is because they don't have charges that will stick. So I'm not saying you did or didn't do it. I can't side with that. Homie.
Nobody can say.
I wasn't there. All I can say is that when the court brings down your charges is because they don't have substantial evidence and they try to do it. He's not lying about that. I've been in positions like that where they try to charge me with big charges and then they lessen my charges to try to scare me into accepting a plea for a conviction. But
as a man, I'm apologizing to you the way I came at you, bro, and I don't feel that you're being biased. But some of the sources that are bringing information to your front door are biased. Does that make sense? So, and that's, and I'm not upset with Check the Star. who's just being a man, who's just really trying to get to the bottom of things.
I get it, but I don't benefit from this, dude.
I get it, bro. I get it.
These 900 people, when I end my life, they're not gonna be here. Just understand, I'm not Wisey. I'm very conscious. These 900 people won't be here. They're here because it's about you, brother. This is your audience, man.
Jack, I want
aware of that.
to turn this negative situation into something positive, man. And those videos that I showed you earlier with bruises all over my face, man, that was the first time in my life that I ever spoke up on anything that's ever happened to me, man. I've always just had to take it on the chin. Does that make sense, man? And as a man, bro, I'm always around women, bro. Always, man. I'm always the only man around the group of women. And, bro, I date alcoholics. I date addicts. I date sick people, broken people like me, because broken people like me are the only people that can accept how broken I am. And then when we get together and we start being broken together, bro, things happen. I'm sorry. I'm not totally blameless, y'all. I'm not. You know, but the things that I'm being accused of are absolutely 110,000% untrue. And I will fucking die on that hill. I will die on this hill, man, that I did not do any of those things to those young women that are being accused towards me. I walk around with my head up high because I know that you're safe around me. My sisters are safe around me. My future wife and baby's mother, and if I have female daughters. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand that I know how sick this world is? My female daughters will be safe around me. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand? This is a sick, disgusting world, and I will not participate in any of the goddamn garbage anymore. I own up to the person that I was in my addiction, and every single day of my life, take it on the fucking chin, man. Because guess what? I have to own up to that fucking shittiness of the person I was when I was an addict, bro. But I never have to go back to that shit. And I can show, hey, y'all, if you're not happy with your own decisions, and you're not happy with the consequences of your own fucking choices, you can change those choices. And some of them might be horrible, bro. Some of this shit might stick with you forever. But guess what, bro? As long as one of three things didn't happen, you have a chance. And you know exactly what I mean. So as a man, as long as one of three things didn't happen, bro, you can shake back from it. Those three things didn't occur in my life. You guys can turn me into an LOL cow. You guys can say this, say that. At the end of the day, I know that I'm not a fucking creep. I know I'm not a weirdo, and I know I'm not dangerous. So I'm cool with us getting to discuss all of this stuff, but I am hurting, and I don't feel as supported as some of the other people that are participating. So I'm trying to control myself, and I'm trying to allow him to do what he's doing.
Look, there's a lot.
I know.
No one's here to feel bad for you. No one's going to, and I know you don't care for that. But you're a big boy now. Like, I'm talking to you as a friend, and you're on the internet. And no matter what you have done, no matter how it makes you feel to hear somebody say, you know, that was disgusting. I can't believe he did that or didn't do that. I hope he didn't do that. Because I like you. But I can't sit here, bro, and act like it's okay either. So I have to tell you, I'm proud of where you are right now. I'm proud that you haven't put your hands on this woman from what I know recently.
Ever?
Okay, see, I don't know.
So but see, I do know, and I have the video evidence.
You do. That's what I'm saying. I can't any more than I can say she's with you. I can't say
she doesn't have any videos. She doesn't have any pictures. She doesn't have one single moment that she could say, here is proof that Nick put his hands on me. None of these women do. I have proof that says that these women put their hands on me, and it's still not good enough, guys. So I don't know what you guys want me to do, but check. I respect what you're doing, man. I appreciate you at least
trying. I don't want to be involved in it anymore. I was just involved in it because you played the 21 questions, and somehow it led into this shit. And I'm not trying to be.
He came into your chat,
yes,
and then you acknowledged her, and then came in a box.
I have to, Nick. I have to because I'm Switzerland. I can't be cool with you saying one thing and showing her and not let her come up because then I would be a bully, and I'm not a bully. I've been there. So I have to let her get her piece in. Now, if she starts doing too much, I'm gonna shut her up.
Right. But so the topic today was everything that is currently going on, the T-Mobile, the phone, like the car, her threatening me. I came with the
showed evidence on
receipts.
that.
I came with the receipts.
I showed evidence. She got mad.
Yeah, and she left, right?
Yeah.
And then Teapot came up and started talking about this and that. But today's W does go to me because Nick didn't lie about any of it.
I know. Your past got brought up against you, but you got to remember that that's how it is.
And you can and look, people want to accuse you of things that may or may not have happened in your past. And it's up to me to say, you know what, I'm gonna fuck with Check regardless of what I wasn't there for to be around. And it's up to me to say, hey, I believe Check, or hey, I believe Chat. So currently right now, I'm at a place where I'm trying to just, you know what, Check, I don't feel like Check doing me no wrong. So I really, whatever did or didn't happen is none of my business, and I don't think that he would have acted maliciously. The way that he described his relationship with Aaron, I don't think that he would have. So
you can ask anybody. Hey, Nick, you can ask anybody, bro. Even people on your chat, you could ask them if I was going against you or if I was going against her, bro. I was playing both sides.
I get it. And I apologize for the way I reacted. I'm trying to be a grown man, bro. I'm trying to be a grown man.
That's it. I'm just trying to get the truth out of people. She exposed who she is, her character, the little breathing heavy and muting herself so she can compose herself so she can keep the act. I caught on to all that shit.
Okay.
I caught it. But
Chet, do you forgive me for the text messages I sent you?
I don't give a damn, bro. I get worse than that. But
I didn't disrespect you for real though, right? All I said was, "Oh, you're not being my friend."
Nah, because you feel like everyone's always betraying you. I don't need these views, gang.
But I would never cuss. I would never come out my pocket towards you, never. You know that, right?
I don't need these views, bro. It doesn't do me no favor. I have made, let me tell you, I made $35 in the past 2.5 hours.
It's cool, man. It's not even about that.
That's ass.
I like you, Check. That's what this is about, bro. I like you, bro. I fuck with you, man. I've always fucked with you since the first time I saw you on my screen, bro. And everybody keeps trying to tear me away from you, and it's pissing me the fuck off, dog. It's what it is. But fuck it. You know what? I'm gonna let today just be a good day. And today we got a lot of shit done. And absolutely, if my ass is gonna be on this screen, motherfuckers is entitled to know what I'm about and what you know what I'm saying? They're entitled to have all the information. I'm not hiding.
People already know what they know, so admit to what you want to, admit to what's true, own up to what you want to, or whatever, however you want to voice it. We all grow through this.
And I just want to grow. You guys allow me.
I'm not saying you did anything. I'm saying we all grow every single day. So you don't know, tomorrow you might be like, you know what, I was wrong when this happened. You might reflect on something and be like, damn, I stood 10 about this for 2-3 years and I was wrong when I did that. That can't happen, bro. So I'm not here to be like, yo, you're wrong. I'm not here to beat you down like all these other people. Because I don't know what could happen tomorrow, dude. I don't. I'm not going to shun you into killing yourself or getting hurt or something or relapsing because I want to judge you for your past. I'm not going to rock like that. I could be tatted up. I could be dreaded up. I could talk like an ignorant person, but one thing I'm not going to do is push you over the ring. I'm not going to show your phone number and say, I wouldn't even do what that girl just did. That girl just exposed where you're at and she laid with you. You know how betrayed I would feel if I gave my energy to a woman and she was willing to put me in harm's way? That's what I'm saying. No matter what you've done or whatever, I would just put you in jail. That's what I'm saying.
I'll be loving these women, Chuck. I'll be loving them. I'll be doing anything.
Yeah, my boy. Hey, listen, whoever it was, Amanda, Mariah, whoever.
I will let them drive. I will let them control every aspect of my life. And then when they feel like they're not having enough control, I have pictures, videos, all kinds of things in my drafts. I just remembered, oh, maybe I should send these to Check the Star, the ones that I didn't post on TikTok. Okay. Well, maybe I can give him a little bit more evidence. Maybe we can continue this conversation later. But for now, I need to go to work.
Go.
Okay?
I'm not going to talk about this no more. Just go. I'm not
Can we not talk about Mariah anymore? Because didn't the police come today and we all said we weren't going to talk about Mariah anymore?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. You know, you said what you just said had nothing to do with that. I brought Mariah up. So if
Well,
anything,
let's let today be what it was, and tomorrow let's have a new adventure, man. Is that cool?
mm-hmm.
And hey, bro,
I had more fun battling with you, moving through the stream than resurfacing old skeletons that you're trying to work through. Okay?
I'm gonna get through the hard moments, and I'm gonna try to carry myself like a grown adult through these hard moments, bro. And I just hope that the people that are watching can respect that I can't hide and I can't run and I can't live in fear anymore. And I am competent enough to sort through these things using words. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm competent enough to for us to all have adult conversations where there needed to be. So if there's ever needed to be an adult conversation in the future that's not harassing me and it's a real, true situation like this, then we'll have it. But tomorrow, can we just have fun, bro? It's Saturday.
Yeah,
Is that cool?
yeah, bro. Just go do what
Do you want to battle tomorrow? Did I rub you the wrong way today, bro?
I'm cool.
You sure?
You ain't even rubbed me.
All right, cool. And same here, bro. And it's like honestly, bro, it's just it's fear. I'm in fear because there's just it's fear, man. It's fear that
So it grows. This I just said it. Trauma bond. It grows into PTSD. So what you have is just PTSD. You're paranoid, post traumatic stress. Both of y'all.
bro,
Y'all are both reactive. So the best thing I could tell y'all before one of y'all get hurt is just to stop. And we're not gonna talk about it no more. Just
All right, cool. Let's dap up and let's let it be that. All right, let's go.
Okay.
I gotta go to work, big dog.
All right, bro. Enjoy your day, bro.
100, man.
Don't take this with you.
I'm cooling, bro. Seriously, I'm gonna be watching you at work.
All right, bro.
Peace.
Bye. I'm not diagnosing him. I'm not a doctor. Not a doctor. He has his own platform. Most of these viewers are his. I want him to grow, and as he grows, he'll start understanding. What did I just say? I said maybe tomorrow you might look back at something from 3 years ago and be like, damn, I remember that moment. Maybe I should have done it like that. Now listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying, please. If you have any soul in your, any kindness, anything in your heart, I'm not saying that he should continue to be abusive if he is or isn't. I'm not standing up for either side. I don't know that. I've never been there.
Yes. Do you
What I'm
guys
saying is
want?
that
I just
I
turned
don't
my
want to
microphone.
continue to be the guy that says, you're a bad guy, 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 because you're going to end up having a bad
But
guy.
do you guys want to?
So I'm not just going to keep counting him out, counting him out, counting him out. Y'all want to say I support that? I don't. I already said it. I said it to his face. If he did that.
Oops, I
Now,
don't
when
want
I
full
see black and whites and y'all start coming on, y'all educate me. Really, I like the kid. He's funny to battle with and stuff like that. But
Something
I
like
am
that.
not into this
Yeah.
mess. Y'all trying to put me in a mess ball of shit. Okay? They're both.
They're on.
I said both.
Mariah's on live right now. The creator. Let me go see where they are. Oops, not this one. But it definitely is. Hold on, let me stop. I'm gonna stop this and look for her real quick, and then I'll come back on.